when the Broncos came on, it reminded me like how the Broncos were playing against the Patriots.
I don't
Except
get.
for the Broncos scored. So.
You know what? I don't get it. Sometimes it seems like certain teams don't play well in certain areas, and the Broncos
What the hell is that? You know what I
don't
think?
play well
I
in
think-
Foxborough, and the Chargers.
I always
the
notice
Chargers don't play well in Miami, but you figure those are similar climates, I
Yeah,
guess? No,
yeah.
they're not similar climates. I think
Well,
in
here
Miami,
Colorado, we're
it's
used
muggy
to the
and
cold
hot.
weather because they were telling us, Boston it's cold.
No, but it's different.
You know,
It's different.
Yeah, I know the climate and everything's different.
No. There's all kinds of crap that's different, okay? You have
What? No,
the stars,
No, I know.
the alignment,
The bugs,
the
trees.
bugs, the breeze, the air,
So no.
the mountains, the altitude.
Get 'em, Len.
The stars align.
Tell us.
It's meant for a loss in Foxborough. Now, if you go from San Diego to Miami, I think it's the same thing.
No.
Let's not forget this broadcast of the
They're very
Lenny Sports
similar,
Talk
but
Show
different.
is coming to you live from GWizComputers.com, where we fix your computers right, fix your iPad, laptop screens, all that wonderful stuff that you need fixed. So come on in and get it fixed. GWizComputers.com, 303-255-0567. Once again, our call-in line, 7 minutes remaining in the show, so our call-in line is 720-386-0513. But yeah, I think that Chargers,
So cool.
I mean, Rivers had his worst day of the season out there. Didn't score any points. He made Tannehill look like, one of those days that Manning has here in the Mile High City. You've seen that. 37-0. So this gives a case to the Tannehill fans. Yeah, he's a great QB. He's staying there, and he's prototype QB. He sits in the pocket. Like that guy Jaws says. What's his name? Ron Borowski. John.
It's funny.
His
We
name
were
is
talking
Jaws.
about staying in the pocket. Manning yesterday, they forced him out of the pocket, and it looked like he was trying to run, but he really wasn't. He just had to run.
Man, he's
and it looked
slow.
so awkward the way he ran. It was pretty funny.
You think someone that tall would be faster with his long? I mean, we have longer legs, or is it just torso weird?
Yeah, sometimes
Just has a long torso
it
and
seems
little
like
legs.
the taller guys, they move like that. They're not as fast, they're slower.
You know what? It brings me to another interesting topic in the NBA. Are taller athletes really better than smaller athletes? Why are there so many tall guys in basketball? Just because they're closer to the hoop? I mean, they're all so
They just
slow.
take it up to the air. Yeah.
I've been down close to basketball games. I know some of them are faster than me, and 5'10" or whatever. And I know a lot of them are gifted athletes, but some of them are just slow. They say they're athletic, but I don't get that. I've seen them. I've been down close to the court before, and I just don't see what these scouts are saying. I don't get it. And that's why I think a lot of teams turn out sorry, because they think that he's tall, he can rebound, he's good, and that's it. That's all they look for. They don't look for like speed or timing or all these great little things that make you great, and hustle. You gotta have hustle. You gotta move your feet. You gotta move your hands. You gotta have good hands. You gotta steal the ball. Steals are a big deal in basketball, and I think they just look past all of that. And as far as tall in the NFL too, you're a tall, stand up and down quarterback that sits in the pocket, throws these dink and dunk passes, but once you expose them, like they were doing yesterday to Manning again, and I heard a lot of people say this looks like the Super Bowl again. When they get physical with him and he has no one to throw to, the receivers are bumped at the line, they're slow up the play, he has to get outside the pocket. He turns into mediocre immediately. Not even mediocre, subpar mediocre. What do you think about that?
I don't know about subpar, mediocre, and all that, but
He turns into that. He's not that.
You know what
He's
it
a
is?
great quarterback.
It seems like the
but
whole team, because it's not just Manning. The whole team, they just seem like they don't show up to play, or they don't play as hard as they can. It could have to do with the climate and the weather,
It was
home field
cold.
advantage.
It's a freak day out there. It snowed in the morning.
Yeah, we were talking about they're similar, but it's like they're both places like with Miami and San Diego, Denver, and New England. They all seem like they have the similar climates, but it's probably a lot different. So it does probably affect the players also. With just going into that different climate, because I know when I went out there, you could tell it really messes with you. It does affect you. So
yeah,
I
but
think that has a lot to do with it, and they just didn't seem like they even played, just like in the Super Bowl.
yeah, I just think it's a physical thing. When people are physical with the Broncos, they are not a physical team. So if you play
the Broncos
zone,
weren't even being physical.
I'm saying the other team. If the other team's
if they
physical
show up and be
against them,
physical, but the Broncos weren't even being physical.
Exactly. The Broncos
They didn't even start to be
the
physical.
Broncos
They didn't
are
even
never
play.
physical.
They always are.
Never.
Always.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Oh, the only people that are physical on that team that I see are Miller and Ware. Those are the two single most, and maybe the new guy they got
whole
from Cleveland.
team is all the wide receivers, the running backs,
T.J. Ward. And Chris Harris.
The whole defense.
No, they're not as they're not as physical as some other defenses or defenders in the league, like Brandon Browner and people who are big physical guys that like to come up and get in your face. And that's what happens when you play the Denver Broncos like that. You get up physical with them, and they don't back down. They just get a little. That's not scared. It's more intimidated. So they get intimidated. Throws them off their game plan. Manning throws interceptions. He always throws interceptions when he's under pressure or when a physical defense plays him. And I think that the New England Patriots will go to the Super Bowl if it goes through Foxborough. So the Broncos better step up. Also, last topic, Javé Clowney. I'm not even going to say his first name. Clowney from the Texans. The Texans are becoming frustrated with Clowney. He was the #1 draft pick of the 2014 NFL Draft. Clowney was taken in the first round, #1 overall pick by the Houston Texans, and he hurt his ankle or lower leg in the first game against the Washington Redskins, and they haven't seen him since. This is why you don't take these star defenders in the first round with the first pick. This is why you do not do that. I wouldn't have done it. They needed a quarterback. Why did they skip on Johnny Manziel? Now they have Clowney. He's just nursing this leg, and he's never going to be healthy, or what's going on? I mean, the whole team revolves around J.J. Watt first and foremost. Fitzpatrick hasn't played bad, but he hasn't played great. I think all they're missing is a leadership factor. So I would honestly, a lot of people were like, "Oh well, no one told the Texans to pick him. The Texans picked him. Blah blah blah. Why are they frustrated with him? No one told them to pick him." Well, guess what? It is your fault, Texans. But on the other hand, I do agree with you. I would grow frustrated with him too. But you should have picked a quarterback. You should have picked Manziel. So that's what you should have done. But it's 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time on a dreary day in the Mile High City. How was your weekend, Ray?
Well, it was great. Had a nice time. Had some days off. Got to watch some football.
Right on.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
How come you didn't text me? I'm sad.
I did text you.
You didn't text me?
Yeah.
You didn't text me, you're texting.
I was texting the Texans. I text Lenny. And
You didn't text me, you texting.
Henry, and I text.
Who you voting for? Don't forget to get out there and
I'm not
vote,
voting
people.
this year. Sorry. No, I'm voting for Johnny Messman for president.
Hickenlooper. So are you ready for the? Once again, we're on KUHS Denver, sponsored by GWiz Computers. Also, Boulder Running Company, Brooks Running Company. Coming up at 2 p.m., we're having DJ Jennifer with Alternative Radio. Did you hear about that one, Ray? It's going to be a splash hit.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you for my producer today, Jennifer Sabalos. Thank you for having are directing this show, the Lenny Sports Talk Show from Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to write this number down for Thursday. We'll be back on Thursday at 1 p.m. to 12 p.m. 720-386-0513. Oh, I'm sorry.
And call in so we
This
can have
isn't.
some heated
I just looked on the
discussion
phone.
with
This
Lenny.
wasn't a call from us. This was yesterday. So yeah, this wasn't a call. So we would like you to call in and have a heated discussion with me or my brother Ray. Or
Yeah.
if you want to call in when we're having a contest and give your 2 cents. I still owe Steve, the guy that called the other day, this bread
Yes,
coupon. I
sir.
have to give it to him, get it to him, message him on Facebook. But this has been the Lenny Sports Talk Show for November 3rd, 2014. Thanks, Ray, for coming in.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. It's good to have you. So without further ado,
Great to
we'll
meet
be
you.
back Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We'll be talking sports with me, Lenny Archuleta, Ray Archuleta, and Chris
Thank you,
Christiander.
Lenny.
So have a good day in this dreary day in the Mile High City. If it snows, oh well. If it doesn't, oh well. Have a good day, everybody.
Man, time flies
Yeah.
when we're on here. I got to get on for the last few minutes of it. Went by fast.